few years ago, in the eastern part of the country, a man named Uche and his wife Ogechi raised a beautiful family of 8 children, 7 girls and 1 son. Their only son, who was the second child among other children, was greatly loved and pampered. Ogechi was an uneducated farmer while Uche worked for the government and was posted from one regi onto another. He do come every weekend to visit his family. As an average African woman, Ogechi stayed back with their 8 children in the village. Whenever Uche visits the family, he brought goodies, most especially for the children. When he comes around, his family felt so pleased to see him, especially the children. His last child and last daughter Liam was always so fond of him and cleaved so much to her father. He often cried dearly whenever the weekend was over and their father was to return to work. These often got Uche so emotional. He so wished that he would be given transfer to a station closer to his family, but the reverse happened. Transfer came and Uche was posted to the northern part of the country. He was so sad because he would miss his family for a long time. And the north was quite far from the eastern region where his family resided. He thought of relocating to the new station with his family, but that was not possible because they inherited a large parcel of farmland which Ogechi helped to maintain. Besides, Uche had an aged mother who was living with his family, and it was risky making her to travel to a long distance. Uche left his family behind and relocated alone. Everything moved on smoothly until war erupted between neighboring communities in the north. This was after he has been there in the region for over a year. Over time the war was intense and a lot of people lost their lives, loved ones and properties. Uche became so worried and there was no way for him to escape back to his family. He confided in a northern friend who gave him an idol that will protect and accompany him back to his village. But he told him, when this deity take you safely back to your family, you will appease it immediately you set your foot in your family house. Being that you are taking it to a new land, you are to kill just 2 rams for it that day. Immediately you arrive home, and subsequently kill 1 ram yearly for it throughout the remaining days of your life, said his friend. If that day of your arrival passes without you doing these things, the deity will run mad and be aggressive, feeling that it is not welcomed, and the spirit will choose any member of your family as its host. The most important warning is that no member of your family should see nor touch it. Uche nodded in affirmation. Uche, who desperately needed to return to his family, took the deity without further questioning. He quickly put it in his bag and started his journey home. When he walked past some soldiers in the forest, none of them saw him as the deity made him invisible. That was how he escaped successful back to his family in the east. His family was happy to receive him home as they all felt that he was dead as a result of the war. They danced and their happiness knew no bound. The entire village came out in their numbers to celebrate with Uche and his wife Ogechi. They rolled out drums and made merriment. Uche celebrated and forgot to appease the deity that gave him a safe journey home.